And that didn't happen, so it was kind of a letdown. And it's hard, when the guest says, I'm going to be on, I'm going to be on, I'm going to be on, and then that day they just ignore you all day and they don't come on. It's just kind of frustrating for me. And it's frustrating for the listeners, so I'm not going to make any promises, but we're going to try to get them back on. Plus, the beginning of the football season is coming up here in like 2 weeks. 14 days, I think. So we're going to have Cowboy Nate and John Montez on the show for our preseason picks and speculation. You can listen to that. That's coming up very quickly, either this week or next week, because we got to get that done before the games start. And then, of course, Thursday night, Valenista comes back on. That's the one I have to miss because I teach a defensive driving course here in Texas. So I missed that one. And then the star maker, Joe Rocks, comes on at 11 o'clock Eastern, 11 to 1, and he comes on, and he's got more co-hosts than any. I think he's got like 50 co-hosts now. I think he's got like an entire co-host panel. I think it's a representative of every county in the Massachusetts area. I don't know. He's got Jackie and the dog that I know of for sure, a guy named Coach, and then Joe, and then Jimmy, the producer, and it's but it's a fun show. It's my favorite show. I'm sorry, Matt. It's my favorite show to listen to because it's just so all over the place, and it's funny. It's entertaining. It's like a bunch of friends getting together and just talking and having a good time. And it's like you're sitting in the booth next to that group of friends just listening, and it's a lot of fun. So you can check them out. And then, of course, Friday, Matt closes it all out Friday night with Straight Talk, and then he takes us into the weekend. And we got more shows coming up. And Joe's working on a system where you can watch us on TV while we do our shows, kind of like an in-studio camera. Kind of what the trend is now, where you can go online and you can watch your show host on TV. And so I'm going to have to maybe put clothes on or something. I don't know. So there's that. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. I don't know what it is about Texas. It's very dusty down here. So every time when I get up in the morning and I get some liquid in me and start drinking, I drink 2 cups of water every morning, get everything going. Of course, then I'm blowing my nose for like 20 minutes. Now I got a beard. It all gets in my beard. It's kind of gross, actually. I shouldn't be talking about that. You're probably like, oh, my God. Mike, what the hell? You got snot all in your beard. The beard's coming along fine. If you haven't seen any pictures lately, I had a picture up there of Chasm Elite, and it's Chasm Elite, Joe. Not Orchasm Elite. But Chasm Elite, which is one of the promotions that I ring announce for. But the beard's coming along fine. Found a new barber. Found a barber that knows how to trim it up real nice. Got my beard oil in it from Coxswain Beard Oil. And that business looks like it's going to take off, and I might be a spokesman for them. So they'll be buying advertising as soon as they get going. And so I'm excited about that. But the beard's coming along fine. Trying to get Matt Hazley to grow his out a little bit. Maybe we can get Joe to grow a beard. I think we ought to start a campaign. Start a campaign to see if Joe can grow a beard. I don't know, though, because his wife's Brazilian, so that might not work. Well, I tell you, the whole thing in Ferguson has really revealed to me the blatant propaganda slant of our news media. I mean, they will find or try to find anything that will fuel the fire to make more news, so they can be there for the big breaking news, the big police tear gassing, or whatever they're trying to create. They are creating the news by directing the information to get reaction out of people, and that's not news. That's propaganda. And one of the things that happened here is that a reporter from the Huffington Post, and I'm trying to find it I think it's on my page because I shared the picture. If you go to Facebook, Mike Allen, send me a friend request and I'll like it. But one of the reporters, here it is, Ryan J. Riley, took a picture of orange earplugs, standard earplugs that we used when I was on motors. I used to use earplugs under my helmet to cut down on the wind noise so I could hear my radio and stuff like that. But these were orange earplugs. He takes a picture of the earplugs on the ground, probably dropped from one of the law enforcement folks because they carry them in their pockets and they'll reach in their pockets and they'll fall out and stuff like that. He says, I believe these are rubber bullets. Can anyone confirm? And they're the orange earplugs. And, of course, that went viral. And the reason why he took a picture of this and tweeted that was to create the impression that cops are using rubber bullets against the protesters in Ferguson, and it backfired, and now he's an idiot. And if he ever hears this broadcast, Ryan, you're an idiot. Absolute and complete idiot. You took something that you knew nothing about, and you reported it. You reported it as fact, or you reported it to get people riled up against the police. And that was your only reason. There's no other reason to do that. And it backfired on you. And I'm glad. I'm glad it backfired on you. And trust me, if I ever did something stupid like that and it backfired on me, I would deserve it. And I'd take it like a man. He stopped tweeting anything, by the way. I was going to follow him, actually, on Twitter. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's send him a tweet right now. And I'll tell him that I'm talking about him live on the air. Let me find that again. But it's a tweet picture. I put it on my Facebook page of the earplugs on the ground. And, of course, the guy took a picture of the earplugs and said, oh, these rubber bullets? So Ryan J. Riley at Ryan Riley. It's at Ryan Riley. R-Y-A-N. Is that J? Ryan J. Riley. At Ryan J. Riley. R-E-I-L-L-Y. So let's send him a tweet. At Ryan. Oops. Type and talk, Mike. Type and talk. At Ryan J. There he is, Ryan J. Riley. There you go. So that's of course. So that's that. So copy, new tweet. It's all this technology. It's awesome. You can tweet me at Mike Allen at tired_lines_fan. I am talking about you now. Live on Armed. We have our Twitter, Armed Radio, too, so you can follow Armed Radio. Give them the old link. See if we can't get them on. Maybe they'll come on today. Of course, if you want to tweet me, hashtag it Armed Radio, so it'll show up in my little Armed Radio column here on my tweet deck. And if you don't know what TweetDeck is, what you do is you go to your browser and you go to add-ons and then just go to Twitter, and you can download the app for Chrome or for Windows or whatever you're using. And it's called TweetDeck, and you can put columns so you can follow things. I follow JMO Sports. I follow, I've got my own, the Twitter feed, which is like a ticker tape now because I'm following so many people. But if you hashtag it Armed Radio, it'll show up on the Armed Radio side there, and that's how I can read your tweet live on the air. It'll trend. So at Mike Allen at Tired Lions Fan, Tired_Lions_fan. And then you can hashtag it on radio, and I'll read it live on the air. We're going to take a break. I'll be back for the last segment of the morning before we get going on our work week. I'm Mike Allen. This is Monday Morning Brew on Armed Radio Global.
The small city of Rockton, Illinois, is stunned by the brutal and senseless murder of an entire family, leaving only the father to pick up the pieces of his shattered life. 2 rookie detectives are at odds, but before they get a chance to stop him, the killer strikes again. Will Detective Max Larkin and Detective Jesse Fairlane put their personal differences aside so they can stop the killer from striking again? Find out in the new suspense thriller, Time Killer, from author Todd M. Thede. Available in hardcover, softcover, and Kindle at Amazon.com.
I stumbled upon a great new ebook website the other day that blew me away, and I thought you'd enjoy it as well. It's called ShebaBlake.com. In addition to the great variety of genres and titles, each ebook is only 99 cents. Whether you're a fan of drama, fantasy, nonfiction, poetry, romance, history, or something else, there's something for every reader, even young readers. Order your ebook in the downloadable format that works best for you today. Go to ShebaBlake.com. SHEBA Blake.com.
I bust a shot on them, and one. For real though, I'm trying to see what that thing do.
What up, this your boy Majesty the God. Make sure you go pick up the hottest single that's out right now. All systems go on iTunes and Google Play. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Majesty DAGOD 80 Entertainment. We in here.
All I need in my life is a stay ready, all systems on go. Take a hit, then I pass it to the bro.
Hey, do you overcommit? Have a problem saying no to your kids, your boss, and your relatives? That just might be why you're feeling stressed and out of balance. Go to CherylSaysNo.com. That's SHERYL saysno.com. And learn for free 6 tips on how to say no without sounding passive or aggressive. Visit CherylSaysNo.com today.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at Route106Motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. Route106Motors.com.
This is Matt Hazley, your host of Straight Talk. Come join me every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on ARM Radio, home of the big guns. Boom.
All right, welcome back to the show. I'm Mike Allen. You're listening to Monday Morning Brew on the Armed Radio Global Network. Brought to you this morning by Eat24.com. Put the phone app, put the app in your iPhone or your Android. Bring up the app, put in your zip code. They will find a restaurant locally that will deliver to you, and you can eat. So it's like having a food truck in your pocket. Eat24.com. Also, Ring Central, who is responsible for our 1-800 number, which don't call it this morning because we don't have it all.